Morning everyone. I know it's been a long time since I've spoken to you on a video. You are on a selfie stick, so you might wobble a little bit, but bear with me. Lots of things have happened in the world since the last time I made a YouTube video, and a lot of us have had a very hard time, and a lot of us still are. But that's for other people to talk about. Today we're going to talk about something that may seem insignificant, but to those of us whose eyebrows are not what they were, it could be a big deal. So brow lamination, is it something that's going to benefit a woman of 45 and older? What it can do for your brows, how it works. Is it just a fashion, a passing fad, something for the younger girls and boys, or is it something that can actually help a middle-aged or even elderly brow? So I'm saying good morning to you all now before a day of work in the salon wearing a visor and a mask destroys the bit of makeup I've got on. So I'm going to catch up with you throughout the day. I'm going to show you what the brow lamination has done for my brows and what it can do for yours. Talk a little bit about the chemicals and how they do what they do, and just clear up any of the myths around brow lamination. So I will speak to you soon. I thought I would just show you, if you can hear me, hopefully. This is the safety equipment that I wear when I'm carrying out the treatment. You also are required to wear your mask. So we have 1, 2, your mask, 3 levels of PPE between us. What else? Oh, I also avoid conversation, which if anybody knows me knows that's quite difficult, but while I'm directly working over you, we use disposable equipment, single sealed sachets of the different solutions in the treatment as well. So it is about as clean and sterile as it possibly could be. So you can see here, these are my natural brows, not as full as they used to be, very flat the way they lie, and getting quite fair too. Now this is how I like my brows to look. They do have a lot of makeup on them, so they look fuller and darker. They look kind of solid because I'm using a lot of makeup to create that fuller, darker shape. So I like the shape, but I do feel that they look a bit too blocky because I really am having to create some smoke and mirrors to make them look fuller. Now these are my brows straight after doing the brow lamination treatment. So they are not as flat and as dense. They are a lot looser in their shape. They look a lot fluffier. Now that isn't necessarily for everybody, but this is how I have changed the look of my brows initially with brow lamination. But I'm going to carry on and show you some of the other ways that you can then style your brow. So this is the bare naked brow after I've done the lamination and the tint. Now this is my brows after lamination, after tinting, and brushed down so they look a little bit more similar to how my brows look naturally. So what you can see is, although the lamination it softens and opens the cuticle on the hair so that the hair can take a different shape. The hair has been set into a more upright, more fluffy position using glue, using the same sort of glue I use for lash lift. So the lashes are trained to be upright, and then we use the solution which softens up the cuticle of the hair to allow it to take a new shape. We then use a solution to fix the hair in that shape. We then tint the hair. We then use a conditioning product straight after. But as you can see, you still have flexibility. Those hairs that in the previous picture were upright and looking quite bushy and fluffy can still be brushed down, but I now have the flexibility that I can make my brows look fuller, because before it didn't matter how much I brushed my brows, they would stay in that same flat position. So now you can see a direct comparison. The top picture is my brows before I did the treatment, entirely natural. The picture below is just after I've done the treatment. Now, obviously they are a little bit uneven. One is slightly longer and fluffier than the other. That's all something that we can then deal with. We can slightly trim. What I like about this treatment, although I like quite a full brow look, is even if you don't want such a full brow look, you are able to manipulate your brows a little bit more. If some of my clients over the years have had more hair in one part of their brow than the other, or they have brows that again lie very flat, having the brow lamination loosens up that hair shape, so then they are able to groom their brows into a much more even position. And you'll see that in the next clip where I'm actually sort of adding a little bit of makeup again because I like my brows quite dark, and you'll see that you really can manipulate them.